Okay, I'm going to show you what I do for my deltoid workout, which is your shoulders. I personally think shoulder workouts are really important for especially women. It can actually make your waistline look smaller if you get a little bit more of a defined shoulder. I don't mean you have to go and get giant, big man shoulders, but when you work out your shoulders, you get them a little toned, gives a little bit more definition up here. It can actually start to make your waistline look a little bit smaller. But I personally love working my deltoids. There are so many different exercises that you can do for your shoulders that every week I'm constantly changing up what I do for my deltoid workout. I also work my deltoids differently every week, not only by changing up the exercises that I do, but also in the way that I perform them. One way that I perform my deltoid workout is by simply just taking one exercise at a time, performing it up to 10 reps, and doing 3 sets each of those 10 reps. Then I'll immediately go on to the next exercise until I've completed 6 total exercises. So that's 6 total exercises, 3 sets of each exercise, 10 reps each. The other way that I do it is I will take, once again, a total of 6 exercises, but I'll take 2 shoulder exercises, follow them back to back, so I'm supersetting them, but I'm putting just a little bit of rest in between. Once again, I'll do 3 sets total of that. I'll do 10 reps of each one. When I've completed my 3 sets, 10 reps of that superset, I'll move on to another one until I've completed a total of 6 exercises, which would be 3 supersets. The other way that I do it, which really isn't so much for building a lot of muscle in your shoulders, but it's more for fatiguing and tiring out the shoulders, is a superset, but using 3 exercises back to back with absolutely no rest in between sets. Like I said, I like to do 6 exercises for my shoulders. So if I'm doing 3 exercises at a time, I'm only going to follow that when I'm finished with 1 more set of 3 more exercises. For example, I take 1 exercise, do it 10 reps, immediately followed by another shoulder exercise, 10 reps, immediately followed by another shoulder exercise, 10 reps. When I finish, I take a small break and I'll run through that a total of 3 times. When I'm finished, I move on and I pick another 3 exercises, back to back, 10 reps each, until I've completed that total of 3 sets. Then I am done with that exercise. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and show you the different varieties of shoulder exercises that I personally like to use. You can do them any way that you want. You can do more than 6. You can do whatever works for you. Like I said, I like to do a total of 6 exercises for my shoulders, and I like to once again go up to 10 reps. On that 10th rep, I'm struggling. I really can't get that weight up. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and now show you different variations, different exercises that you can do for your deltoids. The first one is a basic shoulder press. Get the weights up so your arms are about parallel with the ground. You're just going to lift until they're up over your head, almost touching, right back down to slightly unparalleled. Right back up over your head, right back down to your starting position. Okay? You pretty much want those arms to stay straight from elbow to elbow. You can just go down a little bit, but not too much. But that's your shoulder press. And when you're pushing up, focus on pushing up using the actual shoulder deltoid muscle. The other exercise that I like to do is a palms in shoulder press. Same thing as what I just did. Instead of your palms facing out, you're now just going to turn them so they're facing inward. Lifting up over the head, right back down. Same motion as I just did in the regular shoulder press. And you can do these standing or seated. Just make sure that your back is straight, especially if you're sitting down. A lot of people tend to slouch. Put a lot of pressure on your lower back if you're doing that. So make sure that you're sitting upright or you're standing upright. Another exercise that I like to do for my shoulders is a bent arm front raise. That's simply going to be taking your arms, bending them at 90 degrees, just like this, and pushing the weights up over your head, right back down. Focusing using the shoulder muscles. Okay? I'll show you from the front. Arms are bent, parallel with the ground, up and down, up and down. Okay, so that's your bent arm front raise. You can also do another variation of a front raise, which is keeping your arm completely straight, lifting it until it's straight in front of your body, and right back down. Straight up in front of your body, right back down. You want to bring it so that's a little bit more than parallel with the ground. So you really engage the outer part of your shoulder muscle. So that would be your front arm raise. Another thing that you can do for your shoulders is a lateral raise. So we just did a bent arm raise, then we did a front arm raise. Now we're going to follow that by a lateral raise. I like to do one arm at a time for this. You can do two. I like to do one arm at a time. And I recommend starting a little bit light on this, because if you go a little heavy, you can kind of hurt your back. Start off going a little bit lighter. Straight out to the side, right back down. This really isolates the deltoid muscle, the outer part. Get the other side. Helps give you that nice little cut in your deltoid. So that's your lateral deltoid raise. You can also do a bent arm lateral raise, where you're going to take the weights like this, palms facing inward, and just move them out to the side like that. Not so much a shoulder builder, more of a fatiguer for the muscles. So I'll show you with the weights. Arms bent, 90 degrees, straight out to the side like this. Feels pretty good. So that's your bent arm lateral raise. One of my favorite exercises to do for my deltoids is an upright row. I like to stack as much weight on the barbell as I can. You're going to take the barbell right here in front of your thighs like this, and you're going to bring those elbows straight out to the side like that and right back down. Straight out to the side, right back down. You can use them, you can use dumbbells. So here's your dumbbells, like this. And you want to get those elbows up. So you're engaging the shoulder more. And then I'll show you with the barbell. You want the hands to pretty much be right underneath the shoulders. You don't want them out too far, right underneath the shoulders, and lift straight up, get those elbows out to the side, and right back down. This is your upright row. Got a couple more that I do. Not quite sure what the name for this one is. I saw it in Oxygen magazine, and I really like it. But you're going to stand, bend over, put your hand on a chair if you'd like, one arm at a time. And instead of doing a regular row, which your hand is like this, your palm is facing inward, you're going to turn your hand like this, so your palm is facing directly behind your body. And you're going to lift straight up and right back down. Palm stays facing behind your body. Here's from the side. Notice how my arm is not moving. It's not going backwards. It's not going forwards. It's staying in one plane, moving straight up and straight down. Show you the other side. Start like this, arm straight down, straight up, straight down. Front. Okay. Get that elbow up towards the ceiling. Focus on pulling that elbow up towards the ceiling. Palm always facing back. And the last thing that I like to do for my shoulders are handstand push-ups, which I have to say is not going to be easy for everyone. Took a while for me to do them. I was happy when I could finally do them. I'll show them to you in another clip because I don't really have a wall down here that I can do that on. But I usually like to end my workouts with handstand push-ups. So those are the exercises that I like to do for my deltoids. Like I said, I like to do a total of 6. I always like to do 3 sets. I always like to do 10 reps, getting tired on the 10th rep. And like I said, you can mix them up any way that you like. So that's my workout that I like to do for deltoids.